Today on EPL, we will discuss why Chrisettes wants you to see us, why Ricky's not smiling, why white chicks are stealing our assets, and why black men think that we black women are just too angry.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
We're going real black now.
Hey!
Real
Look
black.
at her. You better go, Solange.
I don't know. This was like, and it was a big deal because it was a #1 album.
Yeah, they had
And they made history.
the #1.
History.
Two sisters with #1
albums in the same year. Last year.
2016, like about a month ago.
Yeah, girl, that was you.
I ain't get the memo.
Y'all should read it. Now I know.
I did not know.
4 albums, y'all. 4.
I didn't know. I thought she was a DJ.
What did she be doing?
I don't know. Where are you?
What do you do
Do
at
you
home?
watch TV?
I'm producing the damn show. That's what I be doing.
That's a
doing
couple
research,
days.
looking up facts.
How'd she ain't see this fact?
But this is like,
Praying, I be eating, praying,
She sexed it away.
and I be living.
What is it though?
This is beautiful.
what it?
It.
It is.
I keep meaning to look it up. And what are cranes in the sky? Are we talking about like
Cranes in the probably birds.
We should have an entire.
No.
Cranes are birds.
We'll
I
have
think
to have
she's
an
talking
entire
about like
show
when
dedicated
you in
to
Miami
breaking down
or
this
Vegas
album.
and they be building stuff and they got cranes in the sky. Is that what she's talking about?
Yeah, that's
This is lovely. Oh my goodness.
No, actually, this is my calm down song. I put this
Calm
on
down?
when I'm about to
About to what?
lay hands on
like,
somebody.
Oh, Lord.
Like, so if you hear me
Skirt.
listening to this means like,
yeah,
all
stay
right.
away from the beach.
Nasty hands or mad hands?
Oh.
I just want to know.
Mad hands. If I put nasty,
Did you say McNasty?
she said nasty.
Oh, I thought you said.
She ain't nasty.
Nasty hands.
If I put nasty hands on a woman, then it's like, why I want to stop that? I want that to continue.
Audience.
Hello, welcome to Eat, Pray, and Live. We are so excited to have you here. Let me introduce to you my panel so we can get right into the show. To my immediate right is the absent Stacey Eichen. We'll just give a shout out to her.
Where's
I
Stacy?
did see that.
My millennial me is not here. But my male me, Demetrius Jones, is here.
Yeah, and I can play the millennial person. I'm pretty immature,
be a
so I
millennial?
can like.
So you can play
Take my
both
age
roles
down.
today.
Pretty much.
All right, we're gonna need you to do
No, I'm not
that.
immature. I have a young person's.
We'll go with
person's
immature because
view.
that was your first. So it's usually your
I'm really
first
12. I'm
instinct
about
or-
12, yeah.
Okay.
Like most men, we're really all about 12.
Oh, we know that, honey.
Oh,
We done
Lord.
figured that out a long time ago,
That's
right,
why
Courtney?
we be drinking it away.
We be drinking. Wrote a song about it. Want to hear it?
Here we go.
Here it goes. And then last but never, ever least
I'm
is
praying right
my
now.
militant me,
Yes,
Miss Courtney
pray.
Stewart.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
How you living?
I'm good.
You
I'm
good?
fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good
you know.
week.
Good week?
Good
Good
about
week. Yeah,
everything?
yeah. It's good. It's good week. Good week.
I almost poured you a little
No,
drink.
no. I just need this water.
Just water. Okay,
some
there you
water.
go.
You know, that's
You
all
like
I
to stay
need.
alert.
Yeah, man, because I never know when it's going down. Where, you know.
This is exactly
Never
why
know.
I done missed 4 of Solange's albums.
Because they don't come strapped to a wine bottle. If they came with a wine bottle, you know about it.
Hello. Yes, I
Wow.
would. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get right into the show.
You
We
don't
have a
believe
really
in this day drinking.
well. I mean, like technically, you can drink in the morning if you
And
drink.
it's champagne. It's different.
Yes,
Oh.
champagne.
It's not
champagne
hard
is not
liquor.
hard.
Oh, okay,
It's-
okay.
Yeah, it's happy juice.
It's like, brunch.
It's just happy juice.
Okay.
Yeah, you can have a mimosa
Yes,
for
it's
brunch or breakfast, or I don't do Bloody Mary.
What's the
is one of
earliest that
the-
you will drink?
That's a good question. Probably about on the weekend. That's crazy because on the weekday it's like I'm locked in, unless I'm at a lunch meeting. If I'm at a lunch meeting, then I might have a glass of wine
So,
at 12.
not
Maybe
you
12
want to.
for a glass of wine.
What about 10?
No, won't do it.
What, Courtney? Okay, look.
Drink it.
I can't recall a time that I have, but I wouldn't say that I won't. Like if I was at
What about
a
8?
brunch at
8
10:30, 11, I have a mimosa.
Okay, look, 8 a.m.
I mean, I'm not doing anything at 8 a.m.
Like roll out of bed.
Like, I'm not rolling out the bed.
And grabbing.
Yeah.
So that's too early.
My first drink in the morning is always water. So
I didn't think your first drink wasn't water.
Mine is not water. Mine is coffee. I know that's terrible, but that's what it is.
So 10. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
10 o'clock, I say 12. But I mean, if it's 10 here, it's 1 in New York. What difference does it make?
Exactly.
And it's
Time is a
later
state
in
of
Asia.
mind.
Whatever.
It's a social construct.
It is. It is. It is. She's so right. She's so right. I couldn't agree more. Well, let's get into our show because we have a really, really juicy show. We have a lot of ground to cover.
Yes.
We are going to talk about, ultimately, our show is going to be about interracial dating. We're going to talk about that. We're going to dive into that. I can't wait. Let's start with Chrisette Michele, because that was your story that you sent to me.
I sent it to you because, when we produced the show, America, I look for things that are going on, and I wanted to hear what...
What if Europe is watching?
Huh?
What if Europe
They're looking at us just
We do. We actually
What if
do.
Asia's
We do
watching?
have a few people who are watching. Shouts out to Pay in Amsterdam who has
Are you
watched the show. Yeah.
We have peeps in London, too. We got some London peeps.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, hello to the
Yeah.
UK, yes.
So Chrisette Michele is a singer that I'm sure.
Yes.
We got her up there.
Basquiat.
Basquiat.
Basquiat?
It's by Alice and Olivia. So I took a trip to Neiman Marcus to inspect this
I thought
this
that was
revolutionary
custom-made. Her
skirt. It is not. It is on sale for $1,300 at Neiman Marcus. It is mass produced. It's a capsule collection, I guess. But I didn't find anything on there that was radical, disruptive, that anyone would notice. I searched for these hanging people that were on this skirt because she went on the Breakfast Club and she explained why she decided to accept Donald Trump's invitation to sing at his inauguration. Are we doing the clip of that, or no? Do I have to just tell people?
No clip.
What she said in a nutshell, I'm paraphrasing her. If you want to see the entire interview, it's on YouTube. But she said that she wanted them to see us. That when she would hear him talk, she would say to herself, "Who is he talking to and about? Why does he think he can talk to us like that? They need to see us, see how we walk and talk and and stuff like that."
That's her on the Breakfast Club. You sent me this link, and it was 32 minutes, I think, or
It was a
33?
32-minute interview.
When I tell you, my brain was in knots. Like, I had to kind of step back because I couldn't really follow what she was. I'm like, what is she saying? She'd say something.
Bullshitting out of the side of her neck.
Ay, ay, ay.
Damn, I thought I was going to have to come hard. There you go, right there.
Just say you took it because you needed the money or you wanted the money and be done with it. Like, nobody's buying your bullshit. Trump know black people. He know how black people walk. He's seen black people.
I feel
You
like
ain't
this.
teaching him nothing.
The cops who overstep their boundaries know how your black ass look when they pumping bullets in you.
Exactly.
So
Like,
it's
there's
like,
no
they see
confusion
us.
there.
They see us.
Stop trying to
Yeah, they
over
see us.
intellectualize a dumb decision that you made, and you made it. It's yours to make. I'm sorry that you
Why
lost your
was
family
it-
over it.
Why was it a dumb decision?
I think-
because of the backlash
I
that
think
she's
she's
getting?
coming back, trying to roll back and like explain it, and that's why it was dumb. If she just said, "I needed $250,000 and I went and made that money and I sang at the inauguration because I believe in America too, and I had a right to be there," then go for it, girl. I wouldn't have done it personally, but that's your decision.
It's
to
a
make.
dumb decision given what she claims to stand for and her
What does she
fan
claim
base.
to stand for?
She claims to stand on the side of black consciousness. Is what she claims to stand on.
But she's always been wishy. But it's sort of Chrisette Michele is sort of like that.
Yeah, she's
She
a little.
just- It's like
dust,
sort
fairy
of black
dust.
consciousness, not really.
Fairy dust.
Then she did R&B divas, and like that
Yeah.
was like it just.
Well, then it
Don't get me
sounds
wrong,
like
I
she
actually
is.
am a fan of her music.
Yeah, because the girl can
she
sing,
can
but
s- she can
she can
sing.
sing, but
Yeah,
it
she
sounds
can.
like she is talent who seeks relevancy. And she even on the Breakfast Club, she says that, people are calling me now. I have to do NPR. I have to do Billboard. I'm on the Breakfast Club. And so sometimes, though, the thing is like Courtney's correctly pointing out, if you're seeking that, we can smell the authenticity of
Yeah.
your bullshit.
Yeah.
That's what you're really seeking. Yeah, so
You needed the attention.
don't make it.
now your
I want
phone's
her.
ringing.
And then she says some story about some white lady that she spoke
Yeah.
with, who said, "Oh, who is that on your skirt?" And she told him that's about Basquiat, and it's by Alice and Olivia. And she hadn't heard of that artist, but she knew Alice and Olivia. And she said to me, "That's something you never let go of." I was like, "What's so damn profound about this?" I was like, "She liked your skirt."
So you made a fashion statement.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's this thing where I feel like sometimes I do not understand it. And she was so enamored by the possibility that there are white people in America that are suffering. I don't know what it is about some people. I want to blame television, but I think sometimes some black people believe that every white person in America is well off. That everyone, because that's how she presented it. Where it's like, yeah, there are people who are struggling that don't look like me. No shit.
Got it. Yeah, it was quite interesting to watch the entire interview, which I don't recommend anybody do, because certainly there is a much better thing than you can do.
Oh, and
with
I had to
33
watch it
minutes of your
twice.
time.
Twice.
Yeah, it's but you know, it almost to me, it's like I don't necessarily see a bad person there. I just see somebody who is trying but doesn't really have the capacity to do what maybe she wants to do or execute
No, she did what she wanted. No. She did what she wanted to do.
But I mean, do you think that maybe what she said is her intent was, now she said a bunch of different things, but one of the things I grabbed onto, she said that, you know, and she didn't use this word, but I gather she wanted to be a liaison maybe between, you know, the people that are the important people that are calling her from Washington. Maybe she could facilitate a connection between them and the more intellectuals.
Then God bless you, girl. We're going to pray for you because you are severely ignorant. Because you singing at the inauguration was not going to make you any kind of conduit for any communication.
It's like Charlemagne said, we've been singing and dancing
at the
for white folks
forever.
since we've been here.
There was nothing new about what
They
you were
see
doing.
us. Yeah, they see us.
They ain't blind.
Yeah. Now, I will say that song that they sang, that Travis Green, I listened to that song, Intentional. It is one of my favorite gospel songs. So it doesn't matter that she sang a gospel
And then
song.
when I watched, because I had no plans to watch it, when I watched the performance, her and Travis seem as if they want to say more, but they scared.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all there, so say something. You didn't even get a chance to meet the dude who you don't
claim that you're going to be the conduit for.
Well, she said something and then throw your hands up.
She should have.
Waving from side to side.
And she had on her subversive skirt. So, that's,
I can't.
she did it.
Okay, we can't waste
Bye,
another second. I watched that 33-minute clip.
Were you mad at me?
I was like, Demetrius, what is? I was like, okay, well,
Like, what are you talking about? Shut up.
And I had to walk away.
And Spike was right to say if he was thinking about it, and this is the thing where people don't understand, some people don't understand about Hollywood. Whenever you're in the position to put someone in a place to make money in a project of yours, you're thinking about a lot of people. So
Yeah.
I don't think he was lying when he said, hey, I was thinking about this song. You're thinking about a lot of people, but when folk do stuff like
her
this.
Black Girl Magic?
Yeah. Spike was right. Like, no, I don't want to mess with her. And he should have said it. He should have said it. And tell other people not to. Yes, I believe in that because I'm tired of rewarding people who don't need to be rewarded for these types of
You don't
actions.
think that that's new age bullying, though? This is a woman. This is how she makes her living. This is how she feeds her
But
family.
she's not copping to that.
So
And-
if she
If
did
she would
cop
at
to
least
it,
cop to it,
Well, is that gonna make it better?
It would make it at least authentic. Like, don't try to piss on me and call it rain. Like
but does it make it better? In your eye, she says, "Yeah, I wanted the money, needed the money, or whatever. This is what I do. I'm a performer. I took the money."
That would have probably been
makes it better for me.
It would have been better. But let me say this.
Maybe for you too, but there are a lot of people that just do not care. The fact that she accepted the invitation to
Yeah.
perform.
Yeah,
at-
there are some that don't care, but this
there's-
compounds
yeah,
it.
please,
This
everybody.
compounds it. Now, something that you brought up, like, oh, is this bullying? We have this belief. One, bullying is overused,
Yes,
and we
it
have
is.
this belief that somehow because you decide that you want to be a performer or you want to be a creative, that you are now entitled to support. I don't have to support you. This is not a charity. I can tell people, don't go buy your stuff. And if they want to buy it, they can. Everybody's making money at doing something. It's a couple dudes on the corner making money selling dope right now. I ain't got to support them either. Just because you make money doing something don't mean I got to support you.
You know, but I think it's one thing to not support what somebody does, not to support their decision, and it's a whole other thing to really speak out against it and have so much passion and
But if you
fire.
don't speak out against it, like there's so much invested in what Spike Lee does and what he stands for, what his movies mean, what they stand for, and for him to have that platform and then not say anything, I have a problem with that. Like if you really sincerely believe and are anti-Trump and don't believe in what he says, then I would not. I believe in you for saying and supporting anything that supports that.
gotta
Let me
stop
tell
playing.
you this. She said something that to
What?
me made a little bit of sense.
Well, okay, let me hear. I'm listening.
When she said about Spike Lee, and she said, well, why wouldn't he just teach me? Why
Because she
wouldn't he-
know. And let's stop playing like everybody needs to be
can't
effing
stand
taught.
it.
Ain't nobody got time for this bullshit no
Teach
more.
her what?
Donald Trump is president.
Daisy,
That's
you
it.
left
Ain't
me
no
with-
more of that. Like, teach me. He
Pass
teaching you
it
right
on,
now.
teach me.
He taught you, but you
exactly,
took that
he
song
taught you a
out.
lesson.
That's your lesson.
Your actions have
We
consequences.
can move to the next segment. We ain't got to even
Well,
keep talking
I'm
about this
I'm
no
gonna tell you because pray is in the title. What the Bible say?
What the Bible say?
says when someone offends you, when a brother offends you or does something, you know, against the creed or whatever. Now I'm paraphrasing, but basically, if somebody offends you or does something that you don't agree with, you pull that person aside and you have a conversation. I think that in the age of social media, what happens when Spike, and I'm not taking a position. I'm really playing devil's advocate here.
I know you are.
When Spike Lee takes that public position and chooses to use his platform to speak out against her, then, my thing is I think we kind of should be sticking together. We should be united. He should have picked up the phone. Still take a stand if that's what your platform and your position calls for, but also back it up with a phone call.
No. All that united shit, that's over with. no, because see, this is my mentality
stick
is
together.
my mentality is a
got to
little
stick
different
together.
than most people because I'm a student of history. And if you think about the movements in the 60s, the 70s, hell, even the 80s, everybody's not like, okay, let's agree, we go do this. If you see somebody doing something that they shouldn't be doing, you need to say something. And if
Yes.
they do it in a public place, say something in a public place. Let me call up on the phone because guess what? The public don't hear that. And she,
Exactly.
like she said, she got 700,000, now it's 690,000. She got 700,000 Instagram followers who, if he calls her, they not go hear how Spike Lee really felt. So Spike should say it right where he said it.
Okay. Well, there it is. Okay, let's move on because we definitely want to get into our interracial dating segment, which is our main segment. And the picture that you see is a picture of Ricky Smiley and his son Brand. I think that's his name,
That's his
Brand. Now, here's the thing. There's an old saying that says, once you go black, you never go back. Unless you Ricky Smiley's son, of course.
Oh, wow.
Ricky Smiley's son don't want nothing to do with the sisters.
She
As a matter of
I'm not
fact,
fuming
I
at
feel
all.
like I could cook. Wait, I feel like I
you
could
can cook an egg or something on her head.
I could cook an entire Thanksgiving dinner on her head. I could take the turkey, go like this, it'd be fully
Hibachi,
cooked.
like Benihana's.
Just cook it.
It's exhausting.
Cook a pie.
It's just
Well, let's say.
and that clip on the radio. I'm sorry. Go
Well,
on.
let me kind of set it up for our viewers. He said in the show, what's the name of the show that they do?
Smiley, shoot,
I don't know. It's their reality show, but he
reality,
said his cousin tried to set him up with one girl, two girls, but cute girls. And cousin took him aside and said, "Hey, what's happening? What's going on? You like him?" He's like, "I'm not really feeling him." And he's like, "Why?" So he got to the core, the root of it. And apparently, Brand doesn't think that black girls are really attractive to him.
He still
I
mans his
just want to
homies.
give him a hug. I just want to give him a hug. Now, weigh in on that, y'all.
This Tito. Okay, go ahead, Courtney.
I mean, he's a child.
That's I want to say
Okay,
that.
let me set this up. Now, I'm gonna use myself. My experience. My son is predominantly has been exposed to people that are not.
Caucasian.
Yeah, thank you. That are not black. Because he goes to a private school, and I'm sure maybe Ricky Smiley's son goes to a private
That's
school.
what he said. He stated that's where he's around.
But he's in military school.
Is he?
That's what he said on that radio clip.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting.
He said that's what he was exposed to, though. But
Well, and that's the thing. So I'm saying if these young men are exposed, if this is what they're only exposed to, white women, then is it fair to, or even reasonable to expect them to gravitate or want to date young black women? If this is all, usually you gravitate to what's familiar.
I was exposed only to mostly white people upon my comeuppance from about 7th grade.
Comeuppance.
From 7th grade through college, it was literally an atmosphere of 98% white people. That was my exposure. So I think it's a cop-out, and I'm tired of hearing it. Oh, well, I'm only around white people. That's fine. If you're attracted to a white girl, I gives no fucks about it. The issue is when you tear down black women because of it.
Right.
So, great, congratulations.
Make it seem like y'all don't even got sexual parts.
Shit, like, God, I can't, you're going to be attracted to who you're attracted to.
I want to piggyback on something that
All
she
right,
said.
come on
because,
with it.
okay, for most of my life, I was only around black people.
But this picture is funny. Ricky looks like he's saying, what he just say? What this fool just say?
Yeah, Ricky mad. He claimed
Ricky
the producer
mad? Oh, the
is the one
producer
that made
Now,
him
let me
say
Producer
say
made me
this.
do it.
Let me say this
I'm
because
using that from now on.
something that people said about Ricky Smiley and that, well, why would he allow this to come out on his show? And if you have any experience with reality shows,
You don't have creative control.
of that.
even though that's why I want people to understand, like, even though the show bears his name, depending on what was negotiated,
Mm-hmm.
he may, and this is why I love being an attorney, he may not have any control. He
Yeah.
may not even see the edits.
Yeah.
So that's why you need to get a good lawyer like me. But that being
Hello,
said,
it's a little plug.
hey, I'm just saying,
Demetrius
that
Jones,
being
I
said,
swear.
I definitely agree with Courtney
Yeah.
that is bullshit. I grew up in Detroit when it was 92% black. I went to a black college. And then I eventually went to a majority white school for law school. And that was my first exposure to white women in that context. And what I saw were guys who were like me too, who was like, okay, they were with white girls, some exclusively because they hadn't been around them before. So it's this thing where it's like, oh, that's all I was raised with. Then it's this thing like, oh, I was never around them. You just like white women sometimes.
Yeah.
you just do.
Well, again,
but there's no reasoning for that to
With
say that.
some of these kids, if they're going to date, that's really all they can date, because that's pretty much what's in their pool of choice.
Yeah,
That was my
sometimes.
pool of choice, but you don't have to disparage the other person
And I
because of
agree.
it.
Yeah,
And I agree.
exactly. But now, right, and he has to learn that. And trust me, he's going to learn that now, because he's getting a lot of flack. He's going to learn to be more sensitive
Oh no, he was
and more
stuttering.
considerate with the things that he says. But why is that? How does that even happen?
Because
How
what
as
he
a
said,
black
was it
man-
really offensive, or it's the truth in how he feels? Because he didn't say
That's
it
the
in an
truth. It's
offensive
the truth
way.
in how he feels. But
Yeah.
my question is,
Yeah.
how do you get to that point as a black man where you just not attracted to black women?
Or not necessarily. You don't find black. He said, "I don't find black girls attractive."
Yes.
In all honesty, look, this is a white supremacy thing. This is self-hate.
Is it peer pressure? You think it's peer pressure?
could be
You
peer
think
pressure.
he gets some flack from some of his
His black
buddies,
friends?
not his black friends, if he's predominantly around white
I don't see.
people?
I doubt that I doubt in this day and age. Are they in California too? Where are they in Atlanta?
No,
I think Atlanta.
I would
think
find
Atlanta.
it hard to believe that a guy who's not black would give you flack as a black person for dating somebody black. I can't
I
see that.
haven't seen
But
the
what I
scenario.
can
No,
see.
I'm talking about his white. I'm talking about like when he goes to school and the people that he's.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
the majority
I
of
can't see
his
that.
peers.
I can't see that. That doesn't make any sense.
Well,
And I've
well,
never
there's a
seen
reason
that
why.
with-
Now, I've never seen that, but what I have seen is that because of the society that we live in, we internalize white supremacy to believe that, okay,
That is the
those
cream of
things
the
that are
crop.
black, that we shouldn't, like, I shouldn't be in love with her, that I should shoot higher and be in love with this person that is non-black, because traditionally we were taught to not like this. Like,
Okay.
this isn't beautiful. That's what's beautiful.
So your surroundings don't really give you a pass.
No, not to me.
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. But it's neither of us or you, and you're a product of an interracial relationship, right? Yeah, you are.
I am.
I mean, so I don't think you are either. Right?
You don't
She
think
looked
I-
like it was a secret. I'm like, wait, am I mean, we
No, let me tell you, I went the opposite direction. And my thing is, I was only gonna date brothers. And I'm, upstate New York is predominantly white. And I went to a black school. My black school was, 20% black versus the all-white school, which was like 2% black.
Yeah.
And I just made the choice to only date black men. And the reason being is because I thought that with my history, my mom being black, my father being white, Italian, there was so much racism within my own family. Like, I didn't meet my biological grandfather, my paternal grandfather, until I was 16.
Damn, that's a long time.
We were half black. He wanted nothing to do with us.
That's deep.
Nothing to do with
You
us.
know what's interesting? I hear that a lot because I hear that a lot when it comes to
Yes.
interracial children.
It's deep, and the kids, poor kids like you, you just, you didn't ask for that. But anyway, what I always thought was, I don't want to mess around, fall in love with a white man, and then my children have to go through the same thing. Absolutely not.
That's awful.
So I know. So that's why
It's okay. Black dudes are really cool though.
I know. I know. But so, I've had experience with, and then it was funny. Then when I went to the white school, it was really a white school. I would get, oh my God, you're really pretty for a black girl. But when I was at the black school, they was like, you ain't really black.
I was just gonna say, how did the black girls appreciate your love for the black
Ooh,
men?
the black girls. Damn my ass. Listen,
Were you?
I
were
had
you
to learn
cute?
how to fight.
Were you cute too?
I look the same.
You're supposed to say yeah. That's why they.
As
Yeah, I was
Cedric the
cute.
entertainer said, he said, you've been cute for a long time.
Who said that?
Cedric told me that one time.
That's funny. That's funny. So, have you
Yeah.
ever dated a white man?
I have. What's your definition of date?
I wasn't
Have you ever
including
been-
sex, so
Oh.
I was just saying
Well,
dated.
I would like to
got
know
no
both.
lipstick, you know, like that.
I do. Thank you, Demetrius. Good looking out.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm not, because I don't want you to look back at the tape and be like, "Gee, I'd rather interrupt the flow. Now we can go back."
Interrupt the flow anytime.
Hey,
Thank
hey,
you.
hey.
That's what
So
I'm
what
trying
was
to
the question?
Have you slept with a white man?
Oh,
And
really,
have you
though?
had
That's
a
what Courtney
relationship with a
said.
white
I-
man?
This is
You
like
know
the
what?
conversations
I would like
we have
both.
after the show, but keep going.
I have had relations
What?
with a white man.
We learn new things every day here at Eat, Pray, and Live.
So wait, was it different
Oh God!
for you? It was.
Oh, it wasn't great. Or
No,
it was okay.
it
Oh,
was
it was good.
It was different.
White boys, white boys.
just
Yes.
saying.
It was. Oh wait, so it was good.
Sisters, go for the white
Once
boys.
you go white, it's all right. That's all I'm saying. Yes.
That's
No,
interesting.
All right,
yes.
that's
And then
beautiful.
Hispanic men I've dated, but predominantly black.
Okay.
Yeah, I just like the brother. I like brother.
you?
I like swag.
Have I?
Same question.
Yeah,
Don't act like
same
you got to think
question.
about
No,
it.
I've never been with a white man.
Oh, I've been with a couple white girls.
I've made out with a couple, but that's it.
And we had a problem with that. That's our next
I've
subject.
been a couple white girls.
But you know what? Let me go back to this, because what happens is I don't think we have a problem with a black man, a black male dating a white woman. It's the choice to only date white women
Yes.
that we have a problem with.
And she got to be fine. See, this is the thing.
But she's usually not fine.
usually
Now that
not.
pisses me off.
Now let me say this.
I would
You
just
want to
be
know
like,
somebody that
oh.
people will
That
never,
pisses me
y'all can
off.
never get upset?
Who?
Who?
When Seal was with Heidi Klum.
Oh, you can't be mad at
Who
that.
could be mad at
You
him?
can't be mad at, but they also like you could tell like there's a love.
He didn't have to love her. We were we
No.
were like, go ahead, dog.
But
we
you know
feel you.
what though? She's European.
Yes.
So
She
European
wasn't
women, we don't really look
American
at
basic
European
white girl.
exactly. We don't really look at
It's
them that way.
different.
No, because she's kind of cool. She's got a nice little cool flow.
Hold
and
up.
you can
Let me
tell
say
she's
this.
a loving
Let me say
person.
this.
But that's also his
Hold
fault.
up.
saying.
Please, because I've noticed, I've been reading the comments on YouTube and Instagram. Please, next show, I'm going to read some of these comments on there. Please comment on whether or not everything is cool if it's a European white woman rather than American.
It makes it a little easier to swallow.
It's just different.
It really does. Now what? But you know what?
When it's just a
double-
Becky, like you just like, really? That's what you picked?
Yes.
Okay.
And let me tell you, I've seen a lot of fine black men with the most average
And
white
see,
women.
honestly,
What is
that's when
that
I have a
about?
That was
problem with that
love.
because then I feel like the man is holding white women to a different standard than they're holding
Yes.
black women,
Love.
and that you would never date an equivalent black
Never.
woman. So
You would not
Never.
date a fat,
Ooh,
plain.
she went there.
Because that's the like. I'm not even gonna lie.
Well,
like, that's,
really, honestly, what she's referring to is the Jerry
Militant.
Springer
Get 'em, militant.
thing. Because if you've ever clicked
No,
on
but it's
Jerry
true.
Springer, you'll see like, why is he with her?
They're like out of shape.
And I once saw a guy, two black guys, and he was talking about the white girl who was not attractive. She was ugly, and he was talking about this girl. In my opinion, she was not attractive, and he was listing her attributes. And at the end, he said, "And she white." And she to the other guy. I was like,
Oh, like that's a good thing.
yeah, like this is why we're fighting over this girl.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Trophy. It's a trophy. And that's a lot of times black men will look at white women as a trophy on their arm. Wait. Before we get, because I do definitely want to talk about a double standard.
Okay.
Now, if we see a white dude that only dates black women, we like, yeah, he cool. We do.
I mean, I'm cheering them on.
Well, that's because you're the beneficiary of it. Me
Yes,
personally,
but it still is a double standard.
it's cool because you know as a black guy, like, okay, he's likely not racist against me. It may not be true, but for
But is
me,
that okay?
It's okay, but I still think that they have like
You don't see the hypocrisy in
I
that?
do, and I think that they may have some type of problem or trauma. Anytime you don't date your race, or you're exclusively the other race, I wonder what made you do that.
Okay.
And I feel like, okay, what's going on here? Why are you only dating black women?
All right. Our next picture brings me to why you mad, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad.
Who are we talking about?
So women, black
we got
women,
a Kardashian
get there
in
is it's now. Yeah, do y'all think black women are angry? Is that a myth or is that a stereotype, or is it both? They thinking.
I'm not thinking. I sometimes I don't like to jump right in, but I
Okay.
can.
I mean, there's definitely some angry black women, just like there's some angry black men. There's some angry black folks because being black in America can suck sometimes and has sucked for a long ass time. So I just don't understand why black women get a special spot. Like there's something wrong with you if you angry.
And to add on to that in a more technical, in a
And
more
life is different for us,
right.
So we're not.
And I would have to say
life is
every black
different.
person is not from the ghetto, but when you
Yeah.
look at certain cities and the way that we've been segregated and forced to cluster, not based on economic factors, but based simply on the fact that we're black. A black girl who grows up in these areas, and that's typically who they're talking about, is angry, can't just walk around carefree, willing, just smiling. She has to protect herself.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
a type of shell develops that's necessary. That's entirely necessary
A defense
for survival.
mechanism.
For
Exactly.
survival.
Exactly.
So I don't think it's anger. It's more so black women are
It's a
strong and can
protection.
take care of
It's
themselves.
a defense mechanism.
Now,
It's an awareness.
Right, and men, for
Yeah.
our purposes, that doesn't always fit our purpose. When you're trying to get vagina, you need the defenses to be
defenses be
lower.
down.
You know, you need somebody to put up with your shit so you can get as much vagina as possible.
Well, that's where the myth of like the white woman being easier and doing more sexually, and that's why
Yes.
black men go after them as opposed to black women.
That's
so
all
it's just-
Mandingo thing. Well, let me tell you what makes me mad. Because I'm not an angry black woman.
Why you mad, son? Why you mad? Tell him why you mad.
I'll tell you why I'm mad. For stuff like this.
Why she
You
look
see this
good?
picture? She looks amazing.
Does she?
But
I
she
mean,
done
well,
knocked
I
us
think
off.
she
She done
let the
knocked us
booty,
clean
like,
off.
go.
Courtney.
How she knocked me
done knocked.
nowhere because what she want ain't nothing.
No,
I
no, no,
want.
no. That's not what I'm
no,
saying.
check this out,
She
check
done
this out.
knocked
Oh,
us
knocking us off.
clean
Got you.
off.
Like she fake Gucci and y'all Gucci.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, but that was their business plan, and how can we be mad at that? They figured it out. They figured out how to make it work, and they do it flawlessly every time.
What
Look at
my
that.
problem is that we try to pretend as if she has not had some medical assistance.
No, we
in
don't.
No,
She does.
no, not just her. Because if you look at these blogs, if you watch TMZ, they'll put these pictures up, and no one will say, you know what?
Your booty don't grow when you done lost 30 pounds.
That booty does not look like it is a naturally
It's not a natural
occurring
booty.
phenomenon. It looks like shots.
And we know it's not.
Something.
We know it's not because we have the before pictures.
but
We
they
got the
want-
receipts,
Wait,
Diane. We got the receipts.
Cherie, I'm telling you, I speak to people, and when I say it, they be like, "That, you don't think that's
You
real?"
better
Who the hell are you talking to?
You need to. Those are the people you need to
know
lay
who you
hands
are.
on.
You need to stop hanging out with them
They
right
don't-
now.
I promise y'all,
Those are the people you need to lay hands on.
people outside of this circle sometimes do not know. Guys do not know. People
Oh,
don't.
God,
They
I can't-
think.
But we
embarrassed.
just talked about it. It doesn't even matter. Even if they know, they don't care. It's
Yeah,
not
that's
how
true.
you got there. It's
It's
the
as
fact
long
that
as you
you're
got
there.
there.
Now, Chloe looks amazing. I'm gonna give her a shot. She looks amazing. I,
like
think she
old
looks
Chloe.
gorgeous. I think she looks gorgeous. I think she
Yeah,
looks
she
amazing.
looks more attractive than she did.
She
I don't think she looks.
much more attractive.
She's not up to my level, but I would not date her.
You can't win the Matrix, girl.
No,
she-
she's still coming in at about a.
She looks.
What does
Okay,
she have
okay.
to
She can be
do
a 6,
to be a
but she
10?
looks
be a
better than
10?
she's ever looked. Do we all agree on that? I think she looks better than
She
she's
can't
ever
be
looked.
Beyonce.
Can she
Beyonce's
be-
a 10.
Yeah,
Is
but
Kim more than Chloe right now?
With or without the makeup. Because when you see
They
her
just
without the
tuned me
makeup.
out.
I'm sorry.
I was trying to make a point.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, go on. Sorry.
Can I make a point?
Go ahead.
Don't try to-
America is listening.
America
Yes.
is listening. Make your point.
So America, my point is why I'm mad. Okay, here's the thing. Why black men? It's not a knock against Chloe. Why black men would you not stick with a black woman who has all this naturally? Beautiful, full, bee-stung lips. We got a good little, we got a nice little
bit.
derriere. We got some thickness to us. But no, but some of y'all are leaving us to get a counterfeit us. What's up with that?
Well, let me say this. Sometimes, what I can say in defense of black men, sometimes when you get like a booty enhancement, when you get breast enhancement,
And let me
It's
say
not
this: I'm
lumpy.
all for listen. Whatever you need to
Right.
to feel better about
you.
yourself, do
Do you.
you.
well, when you get that stuff, you want to use it. So so sex becomes a lot easier and
like easier to get or easier like while you're in it.
to get. Typically, if I see a girl, right, and let's say if
So
I
it's easier for you to get a woman that has been enhanced.
yeah, pretty much.
I don't
Can I tell
understand
you
the
why?
logic.
Because a woman who just got a titty job can't wait to show me her titties. Let's just keep it. Like, she can't wait to show me her titties. And if you got an ass job, you can't wait to show me that ass. So
I
There
buy
it is.
that. I buy that.
There
Okay.
it is.
you ain't go through all. Because how long you laid up after you get your breast enhanced? A couple weeks.
Why are you asking me?
I don't
Because
know.
I can't ask
obviously
nobody
didn't.
I
else
had
on the
them
show.
reduced, and then I had them. So I've had a love-hate relationship with my breasts. So don't ask
She
me.
got enough of all of it.
Okay, however amount of time you sitting there and you laid up and you like, I can't wait to show these.
No, that
can't
was
wait for
never.
them to
Them
see.
off.
No, that was never my
But
thing.
that's because you had them.
Well, yes. Yeah, okay, that's why I said you
These
can't
are
really.
chicks getting them for the first time.
No, yeah. So I can see it. I really understand your logic.
And so,
makes
so
sense.
Now
you're,
that
you're
you- now
presenting
that you put
yourself
it that
as a
way.
sexual being ready to engage
Yes.
Oh.
in coitus.
Well, there you go. All right, because I don't have the same ass and titty my whole
Coitus.
life.
Coitus
so.
is sex.
Oh, in what language?
American.
Latin.
Spell coitus.
COITUS.
What? Y'all coitus, Solange. I learned so many new things with this show.
She always asking us to spell as if we aren't college graduates.
But why did Solange come into the coitus
Because I'm
conversation?
just learning new things and I love it.
So is that the hashtag when we do clips of the show? Solange,
Coitus.
coitus.
I gotta like
Even
take a
though
note
that's
to
funny.
remember.
So what do you think about the stereotype? Again, let's go back.
Our producer took it.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Coitus, sexual
How come
intercourse.
nobody ever
It is
taught
a
me
noun.
coitus?
It's okay, girl.
That's kind of a nice little word. Coitus.
Just be like, get a
Do you ever say, let's go have coitus?
No.
No, not. It's not as attractive. So
I
you know?
wanna
Do you know?
coitus you. You don't say that?
Do you know what fellatio is?
Now, fellatio, I know.
Do you know what cunnilingus is?
Cunnilingus, I know.
Okay. She's like,
Coitus, I
Been
did
there,
not
done
know.
that.
That's how she said it. Oh, I know fellatio.
A mess. Oh my
How
God.
much time do we have? I
Not
want this
much.
show to be over so bad. Okay, so the angry black woman stereotype, myth, our own amazing former First Lady Michelle Obama has been a victim of being labeled an angry black woman. Now, if you see some of these faces she makes, I love it. I mean, if you catch some of my faces,
It's my face all the time.
It's the RB. What is it? The RBF. The resting.
Oh, resting bitch face.
B face, exactly. So sometimes we're not all, you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
catch us in a thought or
You're
like.
rarely gonna catch me all.
I love black women so much.
I know. We're
But she's
expressive.
not even
We're just
angry
an
to me.
expressive-
Not
no, she's
at
not.
all.
She's not even angry.
But if you just, they say a picture is worth a 1,000 words. If you just look at some of these pictures, remember the one that she was looking at, Carla? I can't remember her name. They were at a tennis match, and she is the first. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, when there was like one of the international
Yes.
whatevers, and Barack was too chatty,
And
and
she
they
was
caught her
like-
like side eyeing, and it was
I
great.
thought
She
that
was
picture
like- I loved it.
was exaggerated, not fake.
I mean, who
Well, it
knows?
can't be. No, it
it
wasn't
could be a micro
exaggerated.
expression.
It
The thing
could've been
It
is,
wasn't
20
exaggerated.
my thing is, a picture's worth 1,000 words was. I think
In
that
context.
phrase was coined before we had so many pictures per second where you can catch every
Yes,
micro expression.
exactly.
Let me ask y'all,
it's
because
not
we're in the
no
countdown.
context.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Do black women have a right to be mad?
Hell, every black person in America has a right to be mad.
on a daily basis.
Daily.
The very fact that we can live and be positive contributors to society is
Yeah.
amazing, considering how mad we deserve to and be justified in.
Yes.
Yeah.
How much time do we have left?
have
He
a-
said 5
a minute
minutes.
and
Oh,
2
we got
seconds.
plenty.
Oh, we have a minute?
You got
Okay, okay, good. Okay. So, what do y'all think? Weigh in on, I asked this question a little while ago, weigh in on the angry black woman. Is that a myth? Because some of our men are basically saying that the reason why they're not dating black women is because we're so angry. And it's just easier to date women from another race.
I buy that. It happens.
Uh-huh.
It happens. And I've had many conversations with my male black friends, whereas it is an easier exchange, just like you were saying before, like when the girls want to show their stuff, they're ready. They don't have the baggage, if you want to call it that goes along with being a woman of color in this country. So in a lot of ways, it can be easier to be with a white woman. They want to please you. They're happy. They find their ways, whatever.
Some, and we have to say, some.
It's not every white woman that's going to... I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah.
But I get it. And I do also get, there's another whole section of black men that also feel like black women aren't going to give them attention because they're not necessarily, how do we
Affectionate?
say? No, they're not the like swaggy black dude with the car and the money that they think that because there's a school of black women that sort of want to elevate themselves through their men.
Gold diggers?
I don't want to say gold diggers
But
because
is
I
that
don't
what
think
you're
that's fair.
No. But is that what you're trying not to say?
No, I'm not trying not to
Okay.
say. I'm specifically not saying it because gold digger has a negative connotation, and I don't believe there's anything negative about wanting to marry up or wanting to progress in your life and be with somebody who's motivated and making money and doing things. I think black women get that label because they go after that.
Oh, it is something wrong with it.
If you're not bringing something
yes.
to the table,
How
but
are you
black,
finishing my
because
sentence
I know
like
what
that?
you're going gonna say, but the point is that black women are becoming fast to become the most educated population in this country. So there are black women with
Kinda cool.
4-year degrees doing amazing things in the corporate world that want a man that matches that, and unfortunately, due to some other issues in society,
get
black men
labeled.
don't necessarily match up. So when we're looking for a man with some means, we get called gold diggers, and that's not fair.
No, that's not
but
what's
you know
going
what?
on.
We get called
You know
bitches
that.
and hoes too. Why not own gold digger?
Well, no.
Like no,
no.
because the thing is, again, it has a negative connotation, and it also, like you said, what it means is that some women are saying, this is what I'm bringing to the table, and these are my
You need to match
expectations.
me, like, at least.
Yes, and it's not like I'm trying to use you for your money. I'm not bringing. That is, I think, the true definition
But
of
no
a gold
one-
digger.
this is the
But
thing.
people with good intentions and just saying, if we need to be equally yoked, I want myself and my man to be equally yoked.
Well, I don't think equally yoked and gold digger can even be used as the
No
same
one
thing.
is calling that group of women gold diggers.
Yes,
that's not.
yes,
that's
they
bullshit.
Yes, they are.
You
No,
Yes, they are.
they are.
Let me
Yes,
say-
they are, and that's why it can be.
Men
that's why it
are
can
calling.
be linked.
We look.
No.
There's a special group of hoes that we be referring to.
No.
It's a special group, and you know them when you see them.
No.
You know them when you see
That's
them.
not
There
true,
are some
Demetrius.
bougie black girls that won't look at a black man unless he's driving a nice ass car. But it doesn't mean that they aren't equally educated and financially
Look,
well
let me get
off.
this.
And they are called gold
And I
diggers.
understand that. I'm the same way. There's certain women I'm not dating. I want someone who's going on the couch.
But that's what I'm
me.
saying.
I
You
want
want
somebody
that
with a
one, I
nice
got a
couch.
pre-
If you want to call me, that's what I'm saying. If you want to call me a gold digger, what happened with
She
the
said,
Prius?
because I want that hair because she got a Prius. I did not say
Oh,
that. But there
Lord.
are certain things that I want in a woman. But real talk, men are not talking about, and I have conversations with men, the private conversations. They're not sitting up there saying like, yeah, this girl who's a doctor, she only want this, that, whatever. That's not what we're talking about. That is not what they're talking about. And those who are, they stupid. But we're talking about them hoes. And y'all know who them hoes is. And how do I know?
I know.
Because y'all don't told me who them
There
hoes
are
is.
some hoes.
Y'all know it's some hoes. They're like, you one step.
Wait a minute.
If you not a hoe, you one step from home. You one.
Can we? let me ask a question. That's a picture of Evelyn Lozada in her heyday, honey.
Is that when she jumped across the table?
That was, I think she was getting ready to jump across the table. Yes, from what was
Basketball
Wives. So do you think, like Brand, do you think shows, I'm back to Ricky Smiley's son, do you think shows like Love and Hip Hop, some of the Bravo shows, the Housewives, the Basketball Wives, do you think that stuff is playing into the angry black woman stereotype?
If you watch all the shows, I would say it is and it isn't. Because if you look at all those shows, they're all about women in conflict and throwing and throwing stuff on each other. So it's not as if black women are getting a particular type of treatment that the other women aren't getting. The problem is black women have already received such negative marketing in the past.
It just compounds it and makes it worse.
If anything, I think the shows have probably helped a lot of these black women that you see on scripted shows. I think it has given birth to a lot of black women starring in television shows because it has put them on the map. Whether you're talking about Taraji and Empire, Gabrielle Union probably would have had being Mary Jane regardless because that's, BET.
Yeah.
But Olivia in not Olivia, that's so black.
Kerry Washington as Olivia
in
Pope.
Scandal. So
So what do you think about these type of shows that depict women? Or here's the thing. I've done reality, you've done reality, we know how it works. They want the conflict because the drama, the conflict is what sells, is what people want to see.
Yes.
So a lot of the altruistic, the good, the sisterhood, and women just being down for women, a lot of that is left on the cutting room floor.
Yep.
So do you feel that this might be
Counterproductive?
yes.
Yes, I do. I think after a certain point, we've gotten mileage out of it. When I started looking around, like there's this one show on Fox that actually had, I could not believe this, they had two black women and they were sisters and they were like stars on the show, what is the name? It's about a guy who Ichabod Crane. He comes back to life. He was fighting with George Washington.
It's a reality show?
No, it's an actual scripted
you
show.
talking about Sleepy Hollow?
Sleepy Hollow. So when I started to see that, I was like, okay, it was enough.
Yeah.
The writers now have received the education on black women that they now feel comfortable writing for them. And they're including them more in the show, like, oh, let's cast them here. Let's cast them
So
here.
this is the education that they're getting?
That's part of it. But sometimes in Hollywood, in order for
I
you
think
to
that's
make
horrible.
it depends.
Yes, if this is the education that you're getting in black women, the people that are telling this story.
But that's not what they're portraying, though. If you look at outside of Cookie,
I think that I think that there's a line. I think there's like regular society that's watching it and receiving messages, and then there's like Hollywood that's creating content. And I think that Hollywood that's creating content is actually very, very intelligent and thoughtful, and they're able to process it in a way that regular America is not necessarily. So I think the biggest issue, not necessarily that reality TV exists, but that we call it reality television, and we don't educate people that it is produced and that there is, just like with any other story or any scripted drama, like you have to create a story. So there is some creating element of it, and it is not legit reality.
And execs want to buy characters that they understand. So when you're in that pitching room, you're trying to relate to them. And you like, oh, it's like this person, it's like that person. But I can say, oh, this person is like Evelyn Lozado plus Elaine from Seinfeld. And it's like, oh, you think the girl, and they can put it together.
And we do. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. It seems like she's in a really great place. She's done the work, and she's on the other.
Some people call her
Evelyn.
Gold Digger too.
And she's.
I ain't gonna dispute it. Go ahead.
Mercy.
I'm not gonna
I'm trying to
dispute
get
that.
Evelyn. I'm trying to give you a pass, girl.
I like Evelyn.
And she could have
Trying to give you
changed.
space to
She coulda
change. Well,
changed.
from what we know, she's on the other
baby,
side. That was
she's
a long time
married.
ago,
It's
so
great.
it's just an example that we use. Halo.
She
Award.
was on OWN. She has elevated.
Oh,
Jesus.
let me say this about.
No, you got to do the Halo.
We got
Award.
one minute.
I'm about to do the Halo Award right
Okay.
now. Okay, America. The Halo Award is an award that we give out to someone that we feel has done something that, if they were to, if you do believe in God, for those of you who do, or whatever, that they deserve a halo or a little polish or something on Judgment Day. This Halo Award goes to the Parks Department person who tweeted out.
I didn't know that's what you were doing.
The photo of the comparison of Donald Trump's inauguration and Barack Obama's first inauguration, where Barack Obama, first black president, clearly, monumental, had 1.8 million. Donald Trump had between 700 and 900,000 people who attended. I understand. I would be ashamed to go to that inauguration too. That being said, a few days after the Parks Department retweeted a New York Times reporter's picture, they received a directive from someone in the Interior Department stating to the digital team that they shouldn't tweet out anything else, that they're in a holding pattern, because they thought that the account got hacked. Everyone knew the account did not get hacked, but what the Parks Department did that I found to be ingenious is that they set up an alternative U.S. National Park Service Twitter account, which proves once again that Donald Trump may tweet and, people like it and all that, but at the end of the day, the internet does not love you hoes. The internet is for everyone. And I just give props to the ingenious people. It's like, we go keep going and keep going hard and be the damn resistance.
Even with your gag orders on the EPA.
We love it. And before we close our show, you know how we do, y'all. We give our takeaways. So, Courtney, what's your takeaway, Mommy?
My takeaway is I'm going to go find a white man.
Well, all right. Demetrius?
My takeaway is this. I'm still ain't declaring no damn peace. I ain't walking holding hands singing kumbaya until I see some contrition from somebody else.
Oh. That means he's still angry with
Lord
Trump.
Jesus. All right. My takeaway is, you know what? You can't love anybody. You can't have altruistic and good intentions towards anyone if you don't love yourself first. So you have to love yourself as your neighbor and do you. And I don't know if that made any sense, because the champagne is clearly kicking in.
I think you meant love your neighbor as yourself.
Love your neighbor as yourself, but
Which
you
I
can't.
don't like. I love my neighbor how I think they want to be loved.
No. But here it is. Love your neighbor as as
I don't
yourself.
know if they want to be treated like me.
Lord, y'all, I swear I'm gonna stab him. I know I'm getting violent. Love your
Angry
neighbor.
black woman.
Didn't we just talk about this?
Guilty. As yourself.
Love
You
your neighbor
can't,
as yourself.
meaning I need to love myself first. I need to be okay with me. I need to make peace with me
I feel
before
you.
I can really give you the overflow, because I'm loving you out of the overflow.
Okay.
Boom.
There you go.
All right, y'all. That is our show for
Where can
today.
they find you?
And Size Matters.
Where can they find you?
Oh,
Size Matters?
well, we talk about crowds and all that kind of stuff. So I think we should do that next week. Size Matters. You can find me, Cherie Fletcher, across all media
And
platforms.
subscribe to her YouTube
Yes.
channel. Please, the link will be
Eat,
in the
pray,
bio.
live.
You can find me
Yes.
at I of Demetrius.
I'm everywhere at Stuart Starlet. Love talking to y'all.
And comment, because we're
Thank
going to
you,
talk about
y'all.
the comments next week.
So eat well, pray consistently, and live boldly. That is our show for today. Thank you for watching.
From executives Kevin Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live. Scipio, Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.